Hello everyone, it's Susan here and welcome to my channel. Today is Monday, which means that it's our crafty chit chat and slow stitching video. So yeah, I've been putting a lot of thought into this whole just because snippet roll, right? So as you can see, I didn't get too far, and that's because I don't know, I'm just trying to figure things out. One thing that I did do was I played around with this flower, which is cut out of a scarf, and I put all kinds of threads from the bottom up into the top. And then I took some pink and I put special little pieces of pink through it. And I thought that, I feel like I have the flower upside down. I think I do. That's all right. I'm going to go with it. But what I thought was, when you look at that, I feel like it needs a little bit of black. Right, so that's what I want to do, is just add a little bit of black. So I have this black yarn and it was already in a needle. Oops, it's not knotted, but it was in a needle. Okay, let's try that again. So I'm just going to put a little bit of black into this. So we're going to work on our little clusters today. And I have to tell you, so the day that I am recording this video is Saturday, and I got a package today of fabric that I ordered, and it's sitting next to me, and it is a really big box. I'm like thinking to myself, because I didn't take anything out yet, and I'm thinking to myself, well, did I really order that much? So it'll be interesting to go through it. And I was thinking that during this video, I think maybe I will pull maybe just one thing out of it and we can look at it together. What you can do to see the whole haul video, again, I'm recording this video on Saturday, so I'm not sure when the haul video will be, but it will probably be tomorrow, which really, well, is Sunday, so it would be yesterday. Gosh, is that like too confusing? So in other words, just check out my my Sunday video. I usually don't do videos on Sundays, but if you see a video, it is my haul video. But you know, like I said, this huge box filled with fabric is sitting next to me, and it's calling my name. It is calling my name. I lost a pair of scissors again. I don't know. I have scissors everywhere. I love scissors. I cannot have too many scissors. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm just going to go ahead and give those a little cut so that they're not rounded. And let's go ahead and fluff this little flower. And I think that might be it for my little flower. So it started out being a clump of, you know, all this string and everything that you get. It started out with just being a clump of that, which had a little bit of pink in it already, which was kind of fun. Then I took two different pink of the pearl thread, and I put that through to get some more pink in there. And then just now we added the black. And don't you think like the black just pulls it together? I do. I definitely do. So this is going to end up on here. And I'm still not sure exactly where, but I was also thinking that this beautiful yellow lace, it might be good to even back it onto the lace and have the lace stick out just a little bit. So I kind of like that. So it's kind of building up the cluster just a little bit. So I think I'll cut this. And I guess we could sew that down, right? We can do that since this is a stitching video. Let's see what kind of threads I have already ready to roll. You know what? I think this one right here will work. It looks to be white. So I have, in the past week, I've had a cold, so I normally do like to get a little bit further along on certain things. You know, like even if I don't actually do any stitching during the week, like sometimes I'll do a lot of stitching during the week, and sometimes I do pretty much no stitching. And either way is fine because, you know, it's not something that I want to force myself to do just because, you know, I think it needs to be done. If I'm not feeling well, or, you know, sometimes after work, or most times after work, because I still work full time, you know, most times after work, I'm just done. I'm down for the count. It's like, oh my gosh, just, you know, I want to rest. And but this week, so it was actually a combination of the two, right? It was a cold, and with the work, I was just like, I couldn't even, you know, think about anything when I was done with work. And yeah, so I mean, it's just a cold. It's just a cold. That's all it is. And so at this point, I've had it for a week, and it's gotten so much better. So, you know, every day it gets a little bit better. And yep. So all I'm doing is just, you know, the basic stitch just to get this flower onto this piece of lace. And I think it's going to be super pretty. Super pretty. Where did I start? Oh, I started all the way over there. Okay. We're almost there. And then I thought we could take a little break, and I'll pull out one thing from the box, and I'll share that, and then we will sew another cluster. And if you you know, have never done a cluster of any sort, I highly recommend it. It is very calming and soothing and great way to use up our stuff, right? And it looks so pretty, and then you have stuff done. Okay, so that is on. So I'm just going to knot it off, and this little piece is done. And I did do this morning, I did do just a little bit of, you know, roughing up a piece of lace with the seam ripper. And again, it's such fun, such fun, such fun. All right, so that's my little piece that will end up on this snippet roll. Not sure where, not sure how, but it will. All right, so I have this box. It has to be, I would say it's probably 12 inches by 12 inches. So it's basically a big square, and it has to be 8 to 10 inches high. So that's what makes it really big, is how high it is. So I'm going to go and grab something and let's see. And then, you know, make sure that you check out my haul video too. There's always a chance that it might be later in the week, but it is probably yesterday's video. All right. Wow. Okay. And I'll tell you where, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Sorry. So what do I want to show you? I think I'll show you this. I was so super excited to get this. So let me grab out of this other package here her card so I can show you where I got it from. Okay. So I have purchased from Aunt Henry for months now, several months. Like when I started doing slow stitching a few months ago, and I knew I needed to build up my inventory of fabrics, and I knew I liked little pieces of fabric. Aunt Henry, used to be on Etsy, and still could be, maybe, yeah. So, or did I was this on Etsy? Or, well, why don't I just look here? No, so now you would go to aunthenry.com, aunthenry.com, and oh well, okay, so there is still an Etsy shop called Aunt Henry. Okay, so I got to know them and their, you know, their fabrics and everything from Etsy. And then I signed up for their email. So last week, this is where it went south really fast because I spent money I probably shouldn't have. But I got an email with a link of 60% off fabric. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to look. You know how you just look, right? It's like, oh, I'm just going to like do a little window shopping. I'm just going to see what they have. Well, you know, $85 later, I have no control. See, and I know I have no control. So I really, the way for me to not spend money is just not look. I just, that's it for me. So, trying to think, do I have, let me just look here real quick. If I have the little order thing. Okay, I don't remember how much, but 60% off. It was amazing. So this was one set. And yeah, so, and I don't remember the name of this set or anything like that. I don't remember because I don't have the thing in front of me. But, so, and I'm really bad with this because I don't know this stuff at all. But this isn't, is it a half? half quarter. I don't know. Forgive me for being so, I don't know. But so it is, I'm going to say 9 by 18 inches, maybe. I think that's what it was. So I got this whole beautiful set of grays. And they're not really big pieces. Like I can do like 9 by 18. That's good. That works for me. It's not too big. And just look at all of this, right? It's just beautiful stuff. Look at how pretty. So it's the gray and the white are actually probably like off-white family. Each one is different. Each one is different. Was there a flower one before? There was a flower, but not the same flower. Yep, there's 2 other flowers, but not the same as this. And then that. Like, look at how pretty. So anyway, so that's the scoop from Aunt Henry. And, you know, yeah, so the email was fun and dangerous. Fun and dangerous. So, yep, that's the scoop on that. What else do we have going on here? Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to do something a little different before we sew this. And I don't even know now if we'll get to that because I have an idea that I wanted to do. So, you know, none of the pieces that I make, I'm not going to wash them, right? I'm not going to wash a snippet roll, right? So even my wall hangings, I would never plan to wash for any reason. I mean, I'm not making clothes. So what I wanted to do was, well, actually, even if I did wash it, it would be okay. But I wanted to do a little stenciling with just a few stencils. So, and then I want to use this on my snippet roll. So, you know how you go and you dye pieces, right? You dye your fabrics and they come out amazing. And I thought, well, I got the idea because I have an open collaboration going on Fridays in the month of April for stenciling. So you can check out that video. The announcement video is coming this Friday at the end of this week. And it got me thinking, well, I should stencil more fabrics. Look at how amazing that is. Do you see how amazing that is? Do you? I don't know. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm loving it. So now I have this that I can make a cluster from, or just add it. I can tear it down more and add it to my snippet roll. How cool is that? I thought maybe I would do one more, just a little piece. I have this little piece of fabric and I have these arrows, the arrow stencil. And I thought it might be fun to stencil an arrow on here. So last week I had done some stamping and I stamped some feathers and keys onto fabric. And then I thought, well, let me do some stenciling onto fabric. Why not? Why the heck not? So here we go. Let's see what this is going to look like. I think it'll just be fun, right? Like, look how fun that is. That's definitely going on my snippet roll. Definitely. Oh yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to like give that a little try and maybe inspire some of you to do the same thing. And if you want some inspiration to help you along, you know, check out the open collaboration that anybody can participate in, coming out this Friday. Sorry. Sorry, the remnants of my cold. Okay, so now let's get this back over here. And that was fun. I totally enjoyed doing that. Look at the little, oh my gosh. Now I feel like playing with these. Maybe next week we'll play with those. Okay. And I think the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this together and sew it. And let's see. So I have a piece of this beautiful, it looks vintage, don't know if it is, beautiful piece of fabric with a little piece of lace that I used the seam ripper on. And I have some of this beautiful fiber. And then I have this little butterfly. Yep, just like that. Something easy that I think will be pretty. I think that'll look pretty on my snippet roll, right? So, let's see. I think I'll just use this pearl thread. And so I'm just trying to think. So do I want to take a couple layers off and start sewing underneath, or do I just sew everything at once? I think I'll take those off. Let's get, at least tack this down. I don't need it to be sewn super well, but I'll just do a little bit of a running stitch right here. And then I know that that's down. And then we'll go ahead and put the other pieces on the top. Well, I don't think I need to even tie that off. I was going to tie it off, but I don't think I need it tied off. So I don't know that I really need the butterfly to be a really big focal point. So I guess what I'm saying is it's okay if it's being covered a little bit by the fibers like that. And all I'm going to do is just take some stitches and go around and get everything down. I mean, I could even, let me think about this. I could even take a piece from here. So I have this lace. I have this. Like, these are things that I tend to hoard. Or that. Or that. All right, let me see. Let me see. Because what I could do is put a little bit underneath here, like that. And it can stick out the top. Let's see if any of these work. This one I could even cut down, or I could just sew it like that. That's kind of pretty. That's a little bit different, and that would give a different shape on the snippet roll. I kind of like that. What do we think? What do we think? Let's kind of go with it. So now I have to get through that as well, because I'm going to sew, oops, Oopsie daisy. All right, here we go. So I'm just going to sew all of this together. So let me know in the comments below what you're working on. It doesn't have to be, you know, anything related to sewing. I like all kinds of stuff. I love all kinds of projects and creativity, and I would love to know what you are working on. You might even be working on something while you're listening to this video. I don't know. I do that. I do that a lot, where I like to just have something on. Sometimes, like, especially when I'm prepping to make videos, right? Because I have to prep so that, you know, it kind of looks like I know what I'm doing. You know, have the products out and kind of have a semi-plan and, you know. So when I'm doing that, I always have a video on, and I love it. I love it. It's like having company. It's like having a crafty friend sitting next to you. Awesome stuff. All right, so that's good. So yes, let me know what you're working on. All right, so we're just about done. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. See, I almost made it without making a mistake, and there you go. There you go. I should have stopped. Oh my gosh. All right, let me get the thread back in here, and it's like I have one more stitch to do and I messed up. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? All right, make sure I don't do that again. I just want to get a stitch over here by this like little yellow pom-pom, just to make sure that that is sewn down. And then I'll show you. It actually feels good to use this beautiful piece of lace. And I almost thought about going to a thrift store today, but I decided against it. I decided not to go. I'm like, what do I need? I don't need anything. I don't need anything. Well, I didn't need the big box of fabric I got either. All right, so there we go. So I'm going to move these little pieces to the side, and I'm going to pull up the snippet roll. And so like what I'm thinking is like last Monday, Patty, I think it was Patty from Possum Patty, she made a comment about abstract, and I thought that that was such a good comment, because we were kind of saying to each other that we like things to be, you know, on the messy side, which you all know. And she brought up the word abstract. And I thought that's a really good word. I like that word, abstract, right? And what does it really mean as far as slow stitching? Now, I'm not sure I know the answer to that. And I think that's why I feel a little bit stuck, because I think I want to go more along the lines of abstract, but I don't know what that is. So does it mean, like, I thought one thing could mean, I don't know, just maybe putting down different pieces of fabrics here and there, all different colors, but not cover the whole base, and then come in and stitch on a little bit of this and that and everything else, like these clusters and the stamped pieces and the stenciled pieces. You know, I don't know, because like even this, like it just looks too neat to me. So I'm like struggling a little bit with, not that I don't like it. I like the look of that very, very much. I love it, but I want to try to do something different, and that's where I'm struggling. So I will just keep working on fun little things to put on this snippet roll. And when I get a clearer picture of what it's going to look like, I'll start sewing stuff down. Yeah, that's all I can say. That's all I can say. And I'm not going to be afraid to leave some, what I would call white space, right, on like a mixed media page, the white space. Like, do you feel like you have to cover everything? And my answer is yes, but I want to try not to do that. So, you know, like leaving a block of like yellow with nothing on it, it's like, oh my gosh. Or maybe I can stencil right onto here, right onto the burlap. So I have ideas, I have stuff going on in my head, but I'm not sure what it's going to look like yet on the snippet roll. So if you have ideas for me, you know, if you like anything, any of the look that's on here, let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. And yeah. I need help, guys. I need help. I need help. I don't know how to move forward. So thank you all so much for being here. You all bless me abundantly, and I thank you for that. Leave me a comment, and I will definitely respond. And I will see you next Monday for the next crafty chit chat and slow stitching. And don't forget, look probably for yesterday, Sunday, video on a haul to see the rest of the fabric that I got. Okay, God bless everybody. Bye-bye.